So this car is one of my most favorite cars in Underground 2. Oh wow. Man, I think it's those pop-up lights. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you had to wake me up tomorrow morning or even in the middle of the night, please don't. And you ask me, what car is your most favorite car and you would love to build up for drag racing? I would definitely tell you the RX7. This car is insane. People actually don't like this car so much. They say it's not a luxurious car, it drives very hard, it's very small and compact on the inside, and it's got a rotary motor. You gotta take that engine out every few thousand kilometers or miles in your case, if you're from America, or I don't know how miles works. But anyway, so with myself, I would love to get one of these, but obviously just do a different engine in it. Nevertheless, we are going to be doing a dyno pool now. I'm going to show you guys how strong this car is, and then I'm going to share my drag tune with you. That is 405 newton meters and 354.1 kilowatts. Believe it or not, rotary motors, they really don't like making torque as much as like kilowatts. Usually with rotaries they can rev up to oblivion and back, but they lack a bit of newton meters. But in this case, this car's got pretty good newton meters. I can't believe it. Nevertheless, let's quickly go through the tune settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to categorize this entire video into 4 sections. The first section is sharing my tune with you guys, because that is why you're here. Then the second one will be me doing a 400 meter pull. Thirdly, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I installed in this car and how I did it. And then for the final thing, we're going to do a drag race against opponents. So if your kilowatt is not the same as mine, or the torque is not the same as mine, don't worry guys, I'll show you how to get that much. So let's quickly go to our tune. We're going to go to suspension. And here it is. The front is very low, the rear is actually up a bit. I was actually struggling with traction on this car, especially in that first gear. When it is accelerating, the RPMs is going up, it just used to spin out. For some reason, increasing my rear height, actually what it did was it helped me with stability. I don't know, maybe it's kind of weird. I'm not 100% sure why it is like that. But anyway, yeah, maybe what it does is, if the rear is going too far low, the weight is going too far back, it will make it spin out. So keeping it up a little bit higher might just put the weight on the rear wheels and get better traction, something like that. Nevertheless, for the front springs and the front shocks, it's a little bit softer. It just actually helps with stability on the road. And yeah, for the rear, you can see it is much more stiffer. 3 is like on the 3/4 of the way, and front is like 1/4 of the way. So anyway, this is so that when you do pull away and the weight from the front of the car goes to the back of the car, so that it just, how do I say it? So yeah, okay, let's start over. Sorry guys. Whenever you pull away with a car, the weight goes from the front of the car to the back of the car. That's why you get that roller coaster feeling in your stomach. The nose usually lifts up and the rear suspension goes down. So making the rear suspension actually harder at the back will result in the car not going too far down at the back and, you know, pop a wheelie. Okay, in this game you can pop a wheelie, but you need to press the hydraulic button and stuff like that. But nevertheless, so it's just to make sure that the weight doesn't go all the way to the back and also keep some of the weight in the front. Okay, so also before I forget, the sway bars is both on stiff and I did not touch the steering ratio. Going over to the drivetrain, here is the secret juice. The juice that gets you the fastest RX7 in this game. I hope. For the aerodynamics, I turned everything off once I got actually traction under control. It wasn't necessary to have any downforce along the way. Downforce is just going to slow you down at the top speeds. Going over to tires and brakes, we've got strong. For the ECU, so if you guys don't know how to tune this, I've actually got a proper video out on this. I'll drop it for you guys a card here in the top right corner. You can click on it and have a look. But in any case, what you want to do is drop the first 2 RPMs from 0 to 2000 RPMs. Drop them as much as you can, placing more power in the top end. Going over to turbo, I want you to do the same for the first 4000 RPMs. Just drop everything to put more power in the higher RPMs than actually having in the lower RPMs. And then for the nitros, you want it at about 5 seconds. Okay, so let's quickly go do our 400-meter pull. .82, guys. Yes, you saw that correctly. I actually let off, so don't worry about that second time. You can see I literally let off 283. So our 400 meters time is 7.82. That is insane, guys. Literally, I can't tell you guys how I struggled to break into the 7 seconds. I had the Audi TT, and it took me about 2 hours to get an Audi TT at 7.99. My best of the RX7, and also so far as my fastest car, the best I got was 7.75. That is insane. When I got these numbers with the RX7, I literally had, this was the first video I made now since I tuned a bunch of cars. So then also our 0 to 100 is so far the best as well, 1.84. For the burnout distance is 1.16. So this car is very good for the first 400 meters, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it feels to me like whenever you do a drag race against opponents, you know, the normal quick races, it feels to me like the cars are actually gaining on you on top end. It's like this car is very quick till a certain point, but for that 400 meters, it is the fastest car I've got so far. So let's quickly head all the way back, and I'm gonna show you guys what I've installed in it. So let's quickly go over the engine. So we all know that the Extreme package is the best, and that is the one you want in. But let me tell you guys, you want to waste a little bit more money on upgrading your car. So look at this. Do you guys see everything over here is installed? If we go to package number 2, everything is installed as well. If we go to package number 1, we only have got one thing installed. So now you're thinking, oh, this guy's cheating. No, I am not cheating. Let me explain to you guys what is happening. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's quickly install stage 1, right? So over here, you guys can see there is a mild camshaft and gears. So mild technically means like it is new, it's better, it's not the best, it's in between, it's mild, okay? So by installing stage 1, you get the mild camshaft and gears. So let's quickly go all the way to the third package. As you guys can see here at the top, here is also camshafts and gears, but it's the racing one. So these camshafts and gears are better. So that means obviously you have to choose between 2 camshafts and gears. You can't have both installed, so obviously the racing one is better. So if you install stage 3, like the racing camshaft and gears, it actually takes out the racing and camshafts from the gears number 1. Sorry, what's going on with my voice? So anyway, then for the performance exhaust, yes, it's got a performance exhaust, but a catback exhaust is better. So if we install stage 2, this is going to cancel out the performance exhaust in stage 1, and it's going to replace it with a catback exhaust system, which is better. So that is technically how it works. So whenever you get to upgrading your car, you got to install stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Because as you guys can see, there's something about a high flow intake manifold. If we go to stage 3, there's nothing from a high flow manifold, only high flow headers, not the same thing. So even if you look here, there is a cold air intake system. In stage 2 and 3, there's nothing being mentioned of a cold air intake system. If you have never installed stage 1, you wouldn't have had a cold air intake system in your car. Let's quickly go over the rest of your car. You want to install stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. You want to install stage 1, 2, 3. You want to install all 3 of them again. You want to install only the final one, because this is just different ways of shooting nitros. For the tires, obviously you can't have 2 different tires. You got to take one, which is going to be stage 3. For the brakes, you want to install all 3 of them. For the weight, this is a very good example. You look at this, stage 1, fully installed. Stage 2, fully installed. Stage 3, fully installed. So literally, if you only install stage 3, that would have meant that you're still having heavy windows and heavy seats, still having the rear seat, and still having interior parts. So by installing all 3, it helps you out so much. Going over the turbo, you literally want to install the final turbo. Oh my gosh. This is well, I can't call it a drag race. It's only me racing by myself. And 23.03. This is not my best I've gotten with this car. I got into the 22s. We were so close there. Anyway, just to show you guys, that was a pretty cool burnout. I got, I think, 4 out of 6. Yeah, 4 out of 6 perfect shifts. That's not bad. That is really not bad. So this car is definitely a 22-second car. I am so impressed with it. So as you guys might have seen, it felt a lot like I was pulling away from everyone. And then at the end, it felt like they were creeping in. Damn it, I should have actually looked at their top speeds. Nevertheless, there we go, guys. Here is a massive, great tune for you guys for your RX-7. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a big like. If you're still watching even now, I just want to tell you, you're a great supporter. Thank you so much. You're freaking damn awesome. If you would love to support the channel, especially if you're new, hit the logo at the bottom right corner to subscribe. If you want to see a similar video, hit the icon on the left. I'm about to sneeze. If you want to see one of my most recent videos, hit the icon on the right, and I'll see all of you legends in my next video. But for now, sneeze and bless you.